Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to Vidyaniketan Public School's India Insight. It's a quiz that was conceptualized by the founder principal of the school, Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, way back in 2004. It was her vision and foresight that we should have the youth of this nation extremely positive about our own country and knowledgeable as they will prepare themselves to move across the whole world. Today, that vision is so true as youngsters travel all over the world, not just to work, but to study further as well. Here today, moving into this quiz that has been created to celebrate India, we have a young Indian, a passionate one at that, as our host. She is an alumnus of NITK Surathkal, took to quizzing as her career, the only lady across Asia to do it professionally. She was recently acknowledged by the Business Today group as 40 among 40 for the year 2020 for her contributions to education and to the world of content creation. Without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Ladies and gentlemen and dear children, welcome to the fourth semi-final of the junior category in the India Insight quiz. This year, this quiz went global and we had children from 9 countries taking part in this quiz. These are some amazing quizzers who have qualified for the semi-final. Let's get to know them. Before we move on, let me invite Mr. Vijay Krishna Rajagopal, an erudite leader and the director of the Vidyaniketan Public School, to join us. He has over 15 years of experience as an academic and an educator. He holds a master's degree in education with honors from the University of Western Australia. A very good quizzer himself, he is the world runner-up of the World Teachers Quiz. Mr. Vijay, if you could please join us and share your thoughts.
Dear students, welcome to India Insight online quiz. We are really happy that we are able to host the India Insight quiz online. This quiz was conceptualized in the year 2004 by our founder principal, late Srimati Prema Rajagopal. As a school, we always believed that children need to be instilled with the values and traditions of our great country, and this was the genesis of India Insight. We are really happy to note that many schools from the country are taking part. Also, there are many schools from abroad that are sending their students to participate in this global event. I wish all the students the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay. From over 15,000 children who took part from across 9 countries, we shortlisted 500 in the second round. And from those 500, we have about top 32 who qualified to the quarter-final. Believe me, they have gone through multiple rounds of quizzing. It has not been easy, but these kids are very good at what they do. I have 4 of them here with us today for the 4th semi-final of this junior category of the India Insight quiz. Let me introduce them to you and then move into the quiz itself. First up, we have Navamalika Jasmi. She's from Indian School Al Gubra, Oman. Following her is Hanisha Chawla from Indian School Al Gubra, Oman. Up next is Emmanuel Koshi from Noble International School, Doha. And completing this lineup here today is Anumegha Datta from Thakur Public School, Mumbai. So we have 3 kids from international locations, and Anumega is pitching in for the Desi flavor today. So these are our 4 finalists or semi-finalists. 1 among the 4 of them will make it to the world final. That is what is important in this semi-final. It's all about securing the place in the world final. First round is all about oral questions. The rules of the game have been explained to these children already, but let me quickly brush through. The scoring pattern is plus 50 minus 50. All questions will appear on screen. No 2 attempts for any of the questions. And if any question goes unbuzzed by these kids, I will wait for about 5 seconds and then move to the next question. So these are the basic rules that we go by. Rest of the rules, they are already aware of. So let's get into the quiz. The first round of this quiz, India at a glance. Here we go. Alright, so in this round, kids, what I have for you is all oral questions, but there are some keywords that will appear on screen for you. I will be reading out the question. It's up to you. You can take a call if you know the answer looking at the screen, or you want to listen to me. It's all up to you. It's all up to you, and all on buzzers, remember that. All right. Question number 1 on your screens now. Who fought the first battle of Tarain between Prithiviraj Chauhan and Dash? The other person, name of a person, yes, who fought the first battle of Tarain with Prithiviraj Chauhan. History. All right, time lapsing, guys. The answer I was looking for, Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghori, he's the one who fought this battle with Prithiviraj Chauhan. Moving on, I think these kids are a little scared about minus 50, but don't worry, you'll do well. Lot of quizzing remaining. Question number 2, here we go. The Sangam literature, historically known as the poetry of the noble ones, is written in which Indian language? Anumegha, go ahead.
The answer is Tamil.
Plus 50, you're absolutely right. Tamil, the answer I was looking for, and she gets a plus 50. Doing well for herself. Moving on, question number 3, here we go. Union Carbide India Limited is a chemical company that was responsible for the infamous gas tragedy in around 1984. Which city? Anumegha again, go ahead.
The answer is Bhopal.
Plus 50 again, Bhopal, she's absolutely right. She moves it to her score of 100. Doing well, all right. 4th question, here we go. The Charminar was constructed in 1591 to commemorate something. Why was it? Emmanuel, go ahead.
The end of plague.
Plus 50. You're absolutely right. To commemorate the end of plague is why Charminar was constructed. With this, we have completed the first round of the semi-final. The second round coming up. Incredible India. Here we go. So, in this round, I have a couple of visuals for you. Images that will appear on screen. I have corresponding questions that go along with the images. It's up to you if you want to wait for my questions or you look at the images and you know the answer. The decision is yours. Plus 50, minus 50 at stake. All right. The first visual appearing on screen now. Identify this Chinese monk and traveler who visited India in the 7th century during the reign of King Harsha, or better known as Harshavardhana. Anumegha, go ahead.
The answer is Kyun Sang.
Can you spell that for me?
Don't know the spelling.
All right, repeat the answer because you're not saying it right. I cannot give you a plus 50 with what you said. Can you repeat the answer for me?
Ewan sang.
All right. Could you repeat that again, Anumega? I'm so sorry, but I need to know what you're saying very clearly.
Ewan sang.
All right, I give it to you. Some of these pronunciations are not necessarily up our alley. Plus 50, you're absolutely right. All right, moving on to question number 2 of this round. Here we go. This is the emblem of which Indian state, and it depicts the Bodhi tree with prayer beads on either sides and the swastik symbol on either sides. Indian state for an answer. I said Bodhi tree, that is a huge clue. Oh, time lapsing, guys, time lapsing. I'm sorry now, Malika. I just said time lapsing. You have to be a little faster on the buzz. I'm really sorry. No points. You can try.
It's Bihar.
It would have fetched you a plus 50. Be faster on the buzzer. It's going to help you if you're a little faster. Trust yourself and be faster, all right? Bihar is the right answer. Let's move on to question number 3 of this round. On your screen now. Identify this man. He's known as Metro Man. Emmanuel, go ahead.
E. Sridharan.
Plus 50. Absolutely right. E. Sridharan, the answer I was looking for, and he gets a plus 50 for that. And the final question of this round, the final visual on your screen now. Identify this Indian biologist known as the father of Green Revolution in India. I think we study this in our schools. I remember studying about this. Now, Malika, go ahead.
M.S. Swaminathan.
Plus 50. Plus 50. M.S. Swaminathan. She finally trusted herself and went on that buzzer, and she gets a plus 50 and a huge smile on her face. All right, wonderful. Let me quickly tell you where all our semi-finalists stand before we move to the remaining rounds of this quiz. We have Nav Mallika on 50, Emmanuel on 100, Anumega on 150. Hanisha as of now on nil, but honestly, if you ask me, it's a good place to be. She can easily build on from here, and she doesn't have any negatives to work on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to take over and go through with the remaining rounds of the quiz, I would love to invite Big Brain on stage. Big Brain, if you could please join us and take over this quiz.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you so much. Looks really interesting and gripping for a semi-final. Wonder who's going to make it to the world final. But truly appreciate the way you identified them and brought them up to the semi-final. Thank you so much, Rashmi. And let me see how they're going to fare with my questions. But for now, yes?
I think it's going to be a tough fight. They're already closing in on each other. So good luck to you.
I know. It looks really close. But thank you so much. Wherever we are, let's appreciate this young lady who's taken up quizzing as a career. And it's not easy to do that sometimes. So thank you so much, Rashmi.
Thank you, Big Brain.
And to all of you with me here today as we move into the next frontier. India Insights 2021. We've got 3 of them from the Middle East, 2 from the Sultanate of Oman. It's almost like my second home when I travel sometimes. Well, haven't for a while, courtesy the pandemics. And then, of course, there is Emmanuel along with Navamalika, who is, Anumega is from India. So, well, for the moment, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's the answers that matter. As we progress to the next round, and it's time to play what we call India in a word. Here it comes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you your questions along with a couple of letters in boxes. The number of boxes represent the number of letters in the answer. So if let us say the answer was India, you would get 5 boxes on your screen. So count the number of boxes before you figure out the answer. So it's like a single word crossword puzzle, so to say. Well, if you're ready, everything's about India. We're celebrating India cerebrally. As we start with the first one, the scoring pattern remains the same. But I tell you what, every 50 is going to matter from here on this scorecard. First one on your screen, here it comes. Jana Gana Mana was composed originally in which language? Emmanuel is giving it a go. Yes, Emmanuel.
Bengali.
We'll give you a 50. He's got a crucial 50. He is leveling scores with Anumega as we go to the second one on your screens now. The state emblem of India is an adaptation of the lion capital of Ashoka. It's currently preserved in a museum at which place? Important to the lion capital itself. 7 letters for an answer. And Hanisha is giving it a shot. Go ahead, Hanisha.
Sorry, sir, I pressed the buzzer by mistake.
You can still try. The lion capital, famous place in India.
Sarnath.
Is correct. Oh, lovely. Well, please press the buzzer by mistake again and again. You seem to be good when you do that. Well, she's smiling, she's happy, and she's got Sarnath right. Sometimes, with children at their age, it's not about not knowing the answers, it's about not being courageous enough to press the buzzer. A mistake makes her get it right. Good habit. Well, here's the next one. Hands on the buzzer on your screen now. It's a park which gets its name from an important word that was the venue of the Delhi Darbar. What is this park called? It comes from a very important incident and therefore the name. The answer right there from your question actually. Well, is someone going to figure it out? Oh, 5 seconds of time lapsing. Nobody getting that right. Hanisha, that is late. I can't give it to you. But what do you think the answer was?
Is it Darbar-e-Awad?
Thank God you were late this time. The answer is right there. It's the Coronation Park, which comes from the coronation of King George V. Well, final one on the buzzer. Nobody going in time on that. Here it comes. It's the name of the Viceroy and Governor General who presided over the partition of Bengal in 1905. Well, the first 4 letters is simple in the context of any Viceroy. It's the next 6 that you need to get. Dash, dash. Hanisha is now buzzing. Yes.
Lord Curzon.
Beautiful. Oh, she's got that right and she's got herself to 100. Well, absolutely well played. She's on 100 and I tell you what, the India quotient here today is really going to be an interesting one. Hanisha has moved to 100. Anumega is on 150. Navamalika is on 50, but she can be good as well. All she needs is one answer. Emmanuel is on a 150. Oh boy, what a final we've got. 2 of them on 150, 1 on 100, 1 on a 50. As we move to the final frontier, we know the penultimate frontier. So we've still got time in this quiz. It's becoming a nail-biting finish. As we go to the next one, it's time for you to listen to a few stories from across India. Here it comes. On your screen, you're going to get multiple clues as I narrate a story from the history and heritage of this fantastic nation. 50, the value, depending on whether you get it right or wrong. And if you are ready, you can press the buzzer. 4 questions in all or 4 stories in all. Starting with the first one, it's the story of a great person. Coming up now. I would be associated with the publishing of a Persian paper called Miratul Akbar. I am better known as the founder of the Brahmo Samaj. Hanisha is taking a shot at it. Go ahead, Hanisha.
Raja Ram Mohan Roy.
We'll give you another 50. Oh, this young girl from Muscat is beginning to play the game well. She's piling up the 50s and she's now reached 150. My mental math is right, 3 of them on 150. Oh, what a final we are witnessing. One of them will go to the world final. The nerves will begin to tell. Here's the next one. It's the story of a type of cuisine, which is food. So you got to tell me typically which state or which kind of food. Your clues are from the story now. It is believed that a famous dish of dal and vegetables is named after one of the rulers of this state. Puran Poli, Patata Vada, Anu Mega is giving it a shot.
Sambar.
Minus 50. I said I need a state for an answer. I cautioned you on that. Sambar is only one part of it. The other side is pav bhaji, vada pav. Well, the answer is Maharashtrian cuisine. And you should not have got that wrong. But I think that was just a little bit of a rush of blood by Anu Mega. No problem. You can regain that in the very next question. As we go to the next one, I'm going to talk to you about a great personality from Indian history. On your screen now. This is a famous leader who led the Lodi dynasty against the Mughals in that epic first battle of Panipat. To this day, a great garden named after him is found in Delhi. What is his name if he is from the Lodi dynasty? 5 seconds of time. Ticking away. Anu Mega, you're late on that. I'm sorry, I've said time ticked away. And the answer is Ibrahim Lodi. Contestants, please note you got only 5 seconds of time and it is only our duty to enforce that in a right manner. As we go to the final one in the stories of India on your screen now. I was one of the most famous divans of the state of Mysore. My birthday is celebrated as Engineers Day in India. One of the greatest engineers, Anu Mega, is giving it a go. Go on.
Sir M. Visveria.
A little better than that. Come on. Sir M.
Vishwaraya.
Vishweshwaraya. Well, can be pronunciation, but I'll give it to you. 50 to you on that. Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. Arguably one of the best engineers in the world, not just India. Not even during his era, but I would say even to this day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with one round still remaining, this quiz, in my opinion, is far from over. So, ladies and gentlemen, with one frontier still remaining here today at India Insight. Here today, as we are celebrating India, not just in India with India Insight, as we did since 2004, but from across the globe, we've got a Middle East battle here actually dominating. We've got 2 from the Sultanate of Oman, 1 from Doha, Qatar, and the other from Mumbai. But at this point, everyone seems just about equal on the scorecard. 1 on 53 on 150, 1 round to go, and it's going to be a nervous final round. Let's move on to the final frontier, and that is called India Inspired. Here it comes. First one, coming up on your screen, you got to give me an overall answer, and it'll connect all of these people. Here it comes. All of these would be connected in India with something that has been so respectfully given to people. 5 seconds of time. Time running out for all of them. The commonality between them, Nelson Mandela, Sachin Tendulkar, Mother Teresa. Well, the answer I was looking for, Bharat Ratna. All Bharat Ratna recipients, well, you could have worked that out, not a tough one. 3 questions to go. It's going to be a nervous one. As we go to the next one, on screen now. It's a term that was used in India for a particular incident that happened, or was also the code name for an incident in India. A famous former Prime Minister on your screen. Well, the only lady we've had as Prime Minister, so that's not difficult to make out. Oh, the nerves are beginning to build. Final round, final 2 questions left after this. Time is up. Well, this is India testing its first ever nuclear test. And this is codenamed Smiling Buddha. So Smiling Buddha has our contestants smiling, but not quite with the right answer. As we go to the next one, 2 questions to go, 3 of them on 150. Boy, oh boy, this is suddenly becoming like a T20 match here at Vidyaniketan's India Insight. Here's the next one on your screen now. Well, polio vaccination is on which specific date? It's a very important date in India. National Vaccination Day is how it's known as. All right, nobody going on the buzzer. 5 seconds of time is what you get, and that's all that you get. So it's extremely difficult to think through an answer at that speed. If you do not know it, nobody with the answer. The answer is the 16th of March every year is a very, very important day. While we've got a Republic Day, an Independence Day, a Gandhi Jayanti Day, and so on, India also has a vaccination day. And of course, that's for the polio vaccine. Well, the world might just have a COVID vaccination date. Who knows? But well, hopefully it's all going to go just with one jab. The final question could determine who's going to go into the world final. Else, we're going to go into a tiebreaker. 3 of them in line for that. Anumega, Hanisha, Emmanuel. Final question on your screen now. Maharaja Bhupinder Singh of Patiala donated this famous trophy. Rajinder Goyal holds the record for the highest number of wickets in this tournament, where you find this trophy being given. Anumega is taking a risk. Go ahead, Anumega.
Ranji Trophy.
The Ranji Trophy is what you think is the right answer. Anumega Datta will miss Maharashtra during the quiz, but will come back to win the final and move into the world final. Congratulations, Anumega. You get that absolutely right. And very sportive of the others to congratulate her. What a semi-final. I wish I could take all of you into the national final, just the 4 of you like that. Superb 4 contestants. Look at that final scorecard on the India quotient. 200 to Anumega on the final question. It's like Dhoni finishing off with a 6 on the final ball. She just gets it right on the final ball and gets into the world final. 2 girls, therefore, in the world final. Anumega joining another young girl from Chennai, as she is the 2nd girl in that big final. Hanisha and Emmanuel will tell themselves, maybe we should have pressed 1 more somewhere during the quiz. But nonetheless, if there was an award for the most smiling semi-final, this semi-final will get that award. It's nice to see all of you smiling and happy. Remember, you are part of the world's top 16 from over 15,000 people who took part. That is a huge achievement in itself. So really, really congratulations to all of you on reaching this far. Emmanuel, for being one of the first from Doha, Qatar to reach the top 16 of a world quiz like this. Well, Oman is known for its quizzing, and of course the Indian school Al Gubra is extremely well known for its quizzing. So congratulations to the 2 of you, while Anumega makes it from the 4 of you to represent her school in the world final. But for now, from me, Pig Brain, from my young colleague Rashmi Furtado, from everybody at the Vidyaniketan Public School that created India Insight for all of you, we will be back with a big world final. You certainly do not want to miss that. 2 young girls, 2 young boys, the world final of India Insight. The stage is set. You set your time. We'll be back with that one. But for now, from all of us, thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.